Hello, guys. Good morning. Uh, this is day 2 of the quarantine period. I hope you guys are doing well. Hope everyone is safe. Hope there's no issues concerning epidemic and all that. I hope the family, everyone is fine. I understand that things are quite rough at the moment, but everyone's hands should just be on deck. This will pass. Everything will come back to normal as soon as possible. First and foremost, I would like to use this medium to appreciate our health workers who have laid down their lives who have not just laid down their lives, who have put their lives on the line to ensure that this coronavirus is being wiped out of the surface of the earth, both in Nigeria and other parts of the country. I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you for all your efforts. I want to say thank you for everything that you've done. God will continue to bless you guys. It's not easy, but I know deep within that God is always preparing a place for you in terms of reward and gratitude. I want to talk about privileges today. I will sideline in on the work aspect and then general concepts. Privileges these days are hard to come by. Sometimes people who give these privileges tend to abuse these privileges, and it causes a lot of issues, both in Nigeria and outside the world. First, I would like to go to the Nigerian setting. Privilege could come as a result of employment opportunities. You know, when you are in the helm of affairs and you are opportune to give someone a job and you choose to neglect giving that particular person that is qualified for that certain job, and then you give it to another person, of course you've indirectly abused that privilege. You may not necessarily say that you don't want to give this person the job, but sentiments might come into the picture, and at the end of the day you don't give that person that job even though you know he's very qualified for that job. I have seen cases, and there are still cases coming up in this country regarding that part. Well, I would say it's a general thing because it's not only in Nigeria, also in the outside world where, let's say for example in the UK, where you want to apply for a certain job, and in all realm of affairs, in all ramifications, you are qualified for that job. But simply because of the fact that you are not a citizen, they will prefer to give their citizens first, and other citizens from the European countries before they decide to even consider you. Well, that is a privilege. Well, abused and not abused. Abused in the sense that you know this person is qualified for that job. You need to give that person that job, but no, you don't want to give that person. It is not abused in the sense that that person is a citizen. He has a right to job opportunity. So long as the person has that job opportunity, so long as that person has that job qualification, he will give the person the job. That is fine. That is okay by me. Now, in the Nigerian setting, we all know how these things play out here. We are all Nigerians first before any other thing. I've seen situations where someone from another nationality and also a Nigerian applied for a certain job. They both have the qualifications. They have everything to make them get that job. But due to the sentiment and due to the fact that, okay, this person is from another country and probably he has experiences from other country that he wants to bring into the country, they will say, oh, okay, let's try this person. You understand? Let's try this person and see what he has to offer. Now, that situation now is on a probability course. You don't even know if the person has the capacity to do that job. You decided to pick him on a random base, forgetting the fact that you already have a Nigerian that is qualified for that same position, but due to the fact that he is not on that line of privileges, or maybe on that line of people who has that connection base, you would not give him that job. That has already killed that morale of that Nigerian. And now, what will he resort to? He will resort to depression. When he has tried and job is not forthcoming, what does he do? If he doesn't have that inclination of business, he will go out and steal. He will go out and do all sort of things, and now start blaming it on the government, which is not meant to be so. I've seen cases where I went for an interview in an organization whose name I will not disclose. I was there with this guy. We were very good. We just met there. We started talking. You know, we started talking. We started outlining how far we've gone, and how far we've come. You know, the things that we've went through prior to job hunting and all that. Fortunately for me, I was just privileged. I'm privileged enough not to have gone through so much stress in looking for a job. You know, so when it got to the interview stage, when we've done our own interview, and when it got to the fact that they started selecting and all that, the final interview, they started calling different people. They started calling people separately. At the end of the day, this guy's name was not picked. He gave me his background. He came from. He gave me an outline of where he came from and how far he has gone. That it has been difficult for him all this while. He has applied for like 5 times and he was turned down. Now, when I got the job and I called him and asked him what happened. We are already at the final stage. What happened that they didn't give him the job? They said he didn't have a guarantee that was buoyant enough to cover him. That was the answer they gave to him, that he did not have guarantors that were buoyant enough to cover him. Now I begin to wonder, because of the fact that he had guarantors that were not buoyant enough to cover him, it doesn't change the fact that he is not suitable for the job. You can give him this job. I think the context here is you shouldn't use that as an obstacle of not giving him the job if you know he's qualified for that job. As far as I'm concerned, you don't necessarily need a guarantor for anything regarding issues like this. You can only need a guarantor when the situation calls for it. But if it doesn't call for it, you don't need a guarantor for. They will always tag it as Oga at the top or connectors at the top, which is not meant to be so. Now you have deprived that young man of that job. The last time I talked with him, he was still searching for a job. So I think I would like to bring this attention to the government. The reason why most unemployed people are out of jobs mainly is due to the fact that people don't have that connection that they need to get that desired job. But at the end of the day, it shouldn't be an obstacle. It shouldn't be a situation where someone has to get it to get what they want. No. I think merit should play here. If you're qualified for a certain job and you have the requirement, the reasonable requirement for that job, and you've passed the test, the aptitude test and the interview required for that job, come on. It's an express ticket to get that person that job. You shouldn't even deny him that job at all. It is more common in this country, because I can bet you for a fact many organizations in this country, they said their vacancies are filled up, their job placements are filled up and all that. But I dare say that most of these organizations, they still have vacancies. It's just that they need someone that is highly placed, that is connected to someone highly placed to fill in that vacancy. In essence, they feel people that don't have that job, that connection, are more of a liability, which is not meant to be so. Even I can bet you for a fact, CBN, NNPC, all these top government parastatals, they have vacancies and they might still be looking for people. So I think from my own point of view, government should try as much as possible. People should try as much as possible. Organizations should try as much as possible to make sure that people get jobs that they know they are qualified for. They say jobs are not in this country. For one, I always disagree with that. There are jobs in this country. It's just that they need people who are connected to people with they are connected to people that have connections to fill in that vacancy. Who knows? People that don't even have that privilege, people that don't have that connection, what if they put them there? They could even contribute tremendously to the success and growth of that organization. That is what most people don't understand. I think I think the government should look at that. I think they should have many reasons to consider many people in that part, in those areas. That way, it will ease unemployment. That way, it will prevent crime. It will prevent many things. Now, businesses now with this pandemic period now, many people don't even know if they are going to go back to their jobs, simply because of the fact that the economy, the pandemic issue has affected most private organizations, and it has crippled their finances. So I think they should consider this. Government should consider this and try as much as possible to work on that.